What's up, guys? This is Kay from Lunarlight Games, and thanks for dropping back in. Hello and welcome to our channel. If you're new, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Help us keep growing our channel, please. Alright, let's get set up and get going. I meant to get on earlier today, but kind of got distracted with a few things, and then I kind of knocked out around, I don't know, 6. So yeah, that's why we're back on so late. Anyway, let me just take a brief moment here to finish the setup phase and we'll get going again. Happy Friday evening. We're just here having, a little cookout. Some stew in the desert. I'm pretty sure everyone's hungry, right? Yeah? You too, my friends? Solus over there looks kind of angry. Oh, come on, dude. Don't turn your back on me. Alright. What's here on the to-do list? We gotta clear out this section and grab the rest of these shards over here, and I think that will take care of the western approach. Let's get to it. I was looking over the to-do list for the rest of the game, and there isn't much else left. At this point, all we have to do is wrap up the side questing, and from here until the end of the game, there are mostly story quests. With the odd thing here and there that we have to do.
Giants, just what I was hoping never to see again.
Where are they? Where the heck is this? The Fade Rift is all the way over in the corner. Okay, cool. But yeah, we're gonna have a fun time. We got all the distractions out of the way. So aside from maybe the one temple that we've been collecting shards for, that's about it. The only side quest left on our plate is just that. And then maybe some companion missions here and there. But it's nothing as involved as what we've been doing already. Oh no. Blackwall, please don't die. There we go. Not as easy as I was expecting. Well, that's cool. Let's get our health back up. Pro tip: never eat a large meal before streaming. I feel like everything's kind of backed up in the back of my throat. And it's near to overflowing through my nostrils. It's like the worst feeling. Anywho, let's climb up here. Is there no way for us to get around?
Should we look around?
That's the best bet. sand. It gets everywhere. There should be an entrance somewhere around here. Yeah, we're too far high up, huh? Maybe, just maybe, if we go around the side. Is there no entrance? I mean, sorta? Not really. There it is. We just have to fight through this side and won't be much more left. Where did everyone go? And that guy's still not down yet. Oh, never mind. I see why. So in case you're curious about why we're always seeing like numbers in the 1 range, it means that enemies are otherwise resistant to that element or damage type. It's something to consider. Especially when loadouts... What the hell? The other way, Varric. But yeah, it's something to consider when you're trying to attack an enemy and it's not working out. Hope you guys have been enjoying your Friday. Been kind of exhausted, so haven't been able to get much done today. Well, with that completed, there's something here, but I'm guessing it's not up here. Well, you know the deal. What is this? A vial of archdemon blood.
Excellent.
Why would there be archdemon blood here? More to the point, why would anyone keep a vial of it? Let us lay claim to this place. A fragment of an inscription remains on one of the stones. It reads, "Last step of civilization before the abyss." This location is all about the abyss for some reason. Oh hey, a new staff. But it's only geared for someone who's level 12. Majesty Office of the Praetor. Dear Madam, I have been informed that you are looking for an experienced administrator to organize your lead mining? Yeah, lead mining enterprises in 4 kingdoms. I humbly present myself as a candidate for the vacancy. I have extensive experience as the overseer of multiple archaeological digs in the Western Approach, and I have successfully managed several mercenary army ventures simultaneously. At present, I am seeking new employment opportunities in less arid climes, and as far away as possible from the Inquisition. Please see my attached resume for further credentials. Service wanted this position, but yet where is he? I don't think we have yet to encounter him. Wherever he is. There is a rune off to the side here. If you've been collecting your runes, that is the highest tier. I don't find frost damage to be that powerful. In general, stick with electricity or lightning and fire. Ah man, this one's kind of complicated. Let's start with this one. No, wait. Gotta go down here. Crisscross. No, let's start here. There's got to be a better way, right? Starting from here. Then go over here. Then perhaps right about here. Gotta go over here, here, here. And did I screw up? Somehow we have to connect this one to this one. Let's try again. Maybe if we loop over here. And then over here. Perfect. What does that thing look like to you? Looks like he's playing some sort of cello. Referred to as either Satina after the moon or Saturnalia after the holiday. It's a seated man playing a lyre. In ancient Vinter, the constellation was known as Mortimalis and was represented by a warrior holding aloft a head. That's gruesome. Where is this pointing to? Oh, right over here. Well, we are done here.
You think Corypheus will hear about this? I kind of wish I could see his face when he finds out.
Now, where is this thing that we're trying to find? Where the heck is Service? He should have been here. I wonder if it's some sort of mistake or bug, and that's why he's not showing up. In any case, let's move on. We'll come back. I wonder if that's him down there. That can't be right, can it? No, it's not service. He's not here. What if we check out this camp? This guy's got to be here somewhere. Too bad Cassandra isn't here.
Cassandra will be relieved.
She gets her kicks and giggles from whenever we kill these people. It's a little sadistic. But whatever makes a short-haired woman happy. If she's happy, I'm happy.
The approach seems to be recovering from the old blight.
Blights scar all they touch. To see wildlife thriving here, it is deeply unexpected.
About that, the games so far have not explored any portion of the areas from Dragon Age Origins. It's a little disappointing. I'd like to see what happened with those areas. Same thing goes for Dragon Age 2. This gate is carved with symbols of Thoth, the old god of fire. That's how you open up that shortcut. Well, we still have one more over here. What happened to Service? And why isn't he around here? Something fishy is going on. Oh, wait. Gotta make sure we're always following the right path. We have 3 shards to gather. There's one there, one there. And where's the last one? Right over there. Alrighty. Well, I hope you guys are excited for the next story bit because we don't have much longer here. Yeah, what's up, Shalana? How are you doing on this Friday evening? That was the wrong move. Alright, that's the final rift here. We gotta swing back. Glad to hear that, Trelana. That's cool. It's Friday evening. What's everyone else doing tonight? Alright. Where's that shard over here? Oh, hey. What is that over there? There's like a mysterious being over there with a pot of gold or something. I don't think we can get to it. But it's little story, or not story things, but little environmental decoratives that tell us a story. Well, is there a guy up there hiding? Who knows? Yeah, that's weird. I don't see service around here. We should have found him a while ago. We'll swing back the other way. There was a point in time when Fridays were the only time I could ever get any gaming in. I think if I take a look at my stats from the last 10 years, my most active days were definitely on the weekend and anywhere from like the time period between 4 and 7.
What will his masters do when they learn his efforts here failed, I wonder?
Yeah, speaking of that, where the heck is this guy? I have not found him. Pretty sure service is supposed to be somewhere around here. Or did I not check up here? No, I'm pretty sure I looked around here. Service, on the other hand, is nowhere to be found. Is it because we didn't loot a body, or... Oh, there he is. Didn't see him.
Still breathing. He's resilient, I'll give him that.
You want us to bring him in alive?
Yeah, why not?
Have some of the troops bring him in. I'll deal with him back at Skyhold.
It's not often we can do that. But whenever we have the chance, we'll do so. That's something I would have liked to see more in this game. Instead of just killing off every single character you come across, maybe allow us to take some of our, arch rivals in for judgment. Alright, we are done with this location. Let's swing back here, grab this, we'll grab these two, and then we'll go clean up and tackle the next story mission. You might not want to miss it. It's one of the more exciting quests in the game. Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts is less entertaining, but I guess you could make the case for it being kind of unique.
Shall we go in?
It's not simply just a combat mission. In fact, if you want to get the platinum, you have to do that mission perfectly. And in that case, you'll likely need a guide. Unless somehow you can power through and find everything. Which is not guaranteed. Where's that elven artifact? Well, we found the glyph. There's one of the best runes in the game. There it is.
That should help ward off demons.
If you want the most out of your first playthrough, don't use a guide for Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. But of course, if that doesn't matter to you, by all means.
By the time I'm done with you recruits, every one of you pathetic nut babies will be ready to face a high flag.
There's a shard somewhere right there. How do we just teleport here and Solus has taken like half of his health off? Makes no sense. There we go. The entire map is already cleared of activities. That leaves only the Forbidden Oasis, and I guess I never grabbed all the shards in the hinterlands. We'll do that towards the end of the game. Let's go clean up. We shall clean up and then head off. Hooray for us. We've completed the majority of the game in under 100 hours. That's certainly faster than my first playthrough of this game. How's it going, Ken? We're going to use our next perk to unlock Master Focus. There is an excerpt of Frederick of Sorrel's report. We found a clutch of intact dragon eggs, which are currently incubating in Skyhold. For study purposes only, of course. How dangerous can baby dragons be? We found little else. From eyewitness reports, the adult dragons never ventured close to where the red lyrium grows. Even though they could easily have done so, I can only conclude that the creatures instinctively understand that red lyrium poses a threat. Nice. What character are you playing? The less said about that place, the better. It is done. The tools are enclosed. Let the sands have that place now. Why, thank you. Commander, the situation is improving here at Griffin Wing. Water source is secured and most things are under control. However, our activities in the desert have destroyed some Vargas nests, which has riled them up and desperate. Now they are attacking caravans on the main road, scavenging from our provisions. It makes it hard to get supplies in for the soldiers. Any advice? We can be responsible animal keepers and lure them somewhere else. Or we can be dicks and we can kill all of the Vargas. Who provides a better option? I guess we can channel our inner... crocodile hunter? Steve Irwin and, be friends with the animals, but somehow I think the other option is just as rewarding. Even though we're just going to kill all the wildlife. Nice. What class are you playing as? Interesting choice. I never romanced Dorian. I feel like with Dorian, his later story that develops after the main game, it's something that is far better than anything I could develop on my own by romancing him. You're playing as a rogue? Very tricky class to play as. That is, if you're playing as a dual-wielding rogue. I find playing as the archer makes it somewhat easier. Liliana is a conservationist. She loves the animals. And because of that, let's send her.
Let's see what we have.
She is a badass, but when it comes to animals, she's rather kind-hearted. All that glitters. Inquisitor. We've received reports of an abandoned gold mine in the hills south of Griffin Wing Keep. According to the locals, the mine's still capable of producing. It was only abandoned because the threat of Darkspawn attack made the operation unfeasible. Should we dispatch soldiers to secure the place and guard any wagons that make their way to the keep? It should add considerably to our income for the future. Cullen, you have this, since no one else can participate.
All right.
And that should be the end of it. We have now done every single, war table operation available. Although, crap, I should check back in on Sutherland. There's nothing else going on this side. I thought playing as the rogue in the first two games were a bit easier than this one. You don't have any access to healing in this game, aside from the potions.
Inquisitor?
Because of that, it makes your job trying to avoid getting hit a little bit harder. Where am I going? Because of that reasoning, I like playing as the archer a bit better than any melee character. Alright, we can get rid of our other items.
Your worship.
Let's clean up and get ready. Anything not purple can be sold off. That is a ton of junk. It's hard to find a use case for this one. Maybe as a tank. But even then, as a tank, you could probably use some of your other abilities. Let me get rid of these. Why do I still have stuff in the inventory? Oh wait, never mind. I see what it is. Let's talk to Sutherland. We'll swing back into the Undercroft and we'll move on from there.
I know. Then you were off the walls. Voth hit him with fire and I got him around the side.
You were very dashing. Cleaved him good.
Couldn't let him get near you. Either of you. We're a team. Better, we're an adventuring company. Oh shit, we're a company!
Isn't she like one of the few characters that can leave your party if she hates you a lot?
Inquisitor, you should have seen it. Darkspawn. We put your flag in the center of their bloody lair and held it.
Isn't he good? He's very good.
We are better than good. We'll prove we're an adventuring company of the Inquisition. Your company, Inquisitor. I said I'd pay you back, and I will.
Good old Sutherland. Always eager to prove his keep. Okay. I wonder if we can assign Josephine. Because if we can, then we'll have one less thing to worry about. Again, I'm not going to worry about trying to do the judgment options yet because we're still waiting on one more quest. Oh, I see. In all of my playthroughs, I've always tried to befriend her. I didn't know that was an option. As much as I would like to be mean to some of my party members, I can never find myself doing that. Except to one or two characters. Number one, Vivian. No, she actually likes you for it if you try to be pragmatic and try to be an asshole to everyone. It's a weird system. Blackwall's like the one true example where you can't be mean to him, otherwise he'll take it personally. And I think Blackwall is another one of those characters that will leave if you piss him off too much. A request worth considering. Using a smaller focus group for patrols has allowed a presence in areas where soldiers would intimidate and diplomats are looked on with suspicion. Sutherland and his group apparently crossed paths with an unusual dwarven work detail. And now we have an unexpected opportunity, an outreach to the mining caste of Orzammar. They are asking for help finding a lost expedition of drifters and offering sizable rewards. Specifically requested was the company that showed you're not all sky mad. Now, I don't disagree. I do think that Sarah can be an idiot. And not because she's blonde. She's just an idiot. She is a troll. A troll in the party. And a troll to everyone in the world. But yet they made her the best archer in your group of companions. That's got to count for something, right? She's even better than Varric in some cases. But Vivian, though, there's just no hope there. She's not annoying. She's more of the... Oh, how to put this? She'll stab you in the back and do it with a smile on her face. All the while telling you, hey, you're my best friend. I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for your own good. Anywho. Let me figure out what the best option is here. A crew of ambassadors. It does not matter who you send. It will all lead to the next war table operation. The rewards are all the same. In the last couple operations, we had to choose a specific person, otherwise it would just end the operation chain. Now what to do here? Targeted help but no interference. A small group in the deep roads can do great things. Or we'll secure enough of the surrounding area to ensure that they can proceed without distraction. Or Josephine over here. Josephine is surprisingly the shortest operation. Oh well. She's the only one available.
Let us begin.
Alright. That ought to be it. We shouldn't have anything else to worry about. I'm gonna have one last look here before we start the next story mission. Plus, I also need to grow some stuff here. Where is... Here we go, Blood Lotus.
I am at your service.
What is your evaluation of our supplies?
We are well supplied, and I foresee only better to come.
As you were.
Of course, Inquisitor.
I think we have one option left to upgrade, and that's this garden.
Herald of Andraste,
Can you tell me how our people are doing?
what would you like to know?
How are our forces at Skyhole doing?
Still in shock, for the most part. To see Haven destroyed so soon after the Conclave. You saved many, but still lives were lost. And traveling through the wilderness did not make treating injuries easier. For all that, though, more people arrive every day. Some are refugees, but others want to help. Your Inquisition is growing. I pray you use it wisely.
Do you have information on people elsewhere?
You have done much for the refugees in the hinterlands. Many who would have starved or frozen owe you their lives. With the rift near Crestwood sealed, the villagers have begun rebuilding their homes and lives. The people in the hills of Emprise de Lyon are safe again, thanks to you. They may even plant crops this season. More than that I cannot say. It is a chaotic time for all in Olay and Ferelden.
Wait, did she seriously say plant crops? The place is completely under a snowstorm.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Inquisitor.
Oh well. That might be all for now. Alright, just to double check, we'll make a save. And you guys won't want to miss the start of this quest. Again, just to be clear, we're saving the Forbidden Oasis. Same thing with the hinterlands as well. I have not acquired every single shard here yet. There are still more somewhere else, and yeah, I guess I have a few that I never collected. It'll be fine. Those things are not going anywhere. I think it's just this one. Alrighty then, let's go do this. There are no other quest markers. We are free to tackle Here Lies the Abyss. The Grey Wardens are all hearing the calling. Yeah, they're all hearing the calling, and believe they have little time before succumbing to their corruption. A number of panicked Wardens are gathering in the western approach for reasons unknown. Meet Hawk and Loghain in the western approach. It is that time. Now, when I check the quest list, it says that you're supposed to be pursuing this quest after Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. But I feel the plot flows better if you go down this direction before going down the other line. If only because Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts locks out a number of things. And if you haven't been as diligent as we have when it comes to all the quest running, then obviously save it until afterwards. What is going on over here?
Good. Whatever's happening has already started. We saw lights coming from the tower.
It has to be blood magic. I hope we can stop them before more people get hurt. You take point. I'll guard your backs.
Wait! No.
Warden Commander Clarel's orders were clear.
This is wrong.
Remember your oath. In war, victory. In peace, vigilance. In death,
I'm sorry.
sacrifice. Good. Now bind it just as I showed you. Inquisitor, what an unexpected pleasure. Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, at your service.
You're no warden, mage.
But you are. The one Clarel let slip. And you found the Inquisitor and came to stop me. Shall we see how that goes?
Wardens, this man is lying to you. He serves an ancient Tevinter Magister who wants to unleash a blight.
That's a very serious accusation. Let's see what the Wardens think. Wardens, hands up. Hands down.
Corypheus controls them.
They did this to themselves. You see, the calling had the Wardens terrified. They looked everywhere for help.
In desperation, they turned to the Imperium.
Yes, and since it was my master who put the calling into their little heads, we in the Venatori were prepared. I went to Clarel full of sympathy, and together we came up with a plan. raise a demon army, march into the deep roads, and kill the old gods before they wake.
Corypheus marching across Orlais with an army of demons. That was in the future I saw at Redcliffe.
And now you know how it begins. Sadly for the Wardens, the binding ritual I taught their mages has a side effect. They are now my master's slaves. This was a test. Once the rest of the Wardens complete the ritual, the army will conquer Thedas.
Do you really want to see the world fall to the Blight? What do you get out of this?
The Elder One commands the Blight. He is not commanded by it, like the mindless Darkspawn. The Blight is not unstoppable or uncontrollable. It is simply a tool.
Somebody's certainly a tool.
As for me, while the Elder One rules from the Golden City, we, the Venatori, will be his god kings here in the world.
That game sounds kind of familiar, but I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever played anything with that name.
So Corypheus influenced the Wardens and made them do this ritual.
Made them? No! Everything you see here, the blood sacrifices to bind the demons, the Wardens did it of their own free will. Fear is a very good motivator, and they were very afraid.
That's a lie. The Grey Wardens are heroes. They would never do this willingly.
The Grey Wardens care about nothing save stopping blights. They will do anything to accomplish that. You should have seen Clarel agonize over the decision. Burdens of command, I suppose.
That does sound familiar. Probably gonna have to take a look at a video or something. I thought it was in some Nintendo Direct. That's where I'm thinking I last saw it.
Why would the Wardens try to kill the old gods?
A blight happens when Darkspawn find an old god and corrupt it into an archdemon. If someone fought through the deep roads and killed the old gods before they could be corrupted, woof, no more blights, ever. The Wardens sacrificed their lives and saved the world.
That's madness. For all we know, killing the old gods could make things even worse.
Well then, it's a good thing I'm taking this demon army off their hands.
I do appreciate this villain allowing us the opportunity to ask questions.
Why would Clarel risk using demons?
Demons need no food, no rest, no healing. Once bound, they will never retreat, never question orders. They are the perfect army to fight through the deep roads. Or across Orlais. Now they are bound to my master.
Yeah, we're enemies, alright, but you can school us all you want. Because you're going to die.
Release the Wardens from the binding and surrender. I won't ask twice.
No, you won't. The Elder One showed me how to deal with you in the event you were foolish enough to interfere again. That mark you bear, the anchor that lets you pass safely through the veil, you stole that from my master. He's been forced to seek other ways to access the Fade. When I bring him your head, his gratitude will be... Ah! Kill them!
He just limps away like a punk. Oh well, we'll just deal with his friends here.
They refuse to listen to reason.
As you feared, the mages who completed the ritual are under the thrall of Corypheus.
And the Warden warriors? Of course. Sacrificed in the ritual. What a waste.
Ahriman lied to the Wardens. They were trying to prevent future blights.
With blood magic and human sacrifice.
Despite their lack of wisdom, they acted out of necessity.
All blood mages do. Everyone has a story they tell themselves to justify bad decisions. And it never matters. In the end, you are always alone with your actions.
In the direction Eramon fled, the only structure of note is an abandoned Warden fortress, Adamant. I suspect we'll find the Wardens there. I suppose it's fortunate a friend once gave me some old maps.
Good thinking.
The Warden and I will scout out Adamant and confirm that the other Wardens are there. We'll meet you back at Skyhold.
It's back home we go. But hang on here. Can't forget about the Griffin Wing Ale. Now there's one last landmark we have to claim here. The Ritual Tower. Many Tevinter structures litter the wastelands of southwestern Orlais. In the age before the First Blight, the Imperium expanded through the south at an incredible rate, and the lands farthest from Minrathous became home to a great many sites dedicated to magical experimentation, taking advantage of natural weaknesses in the Vale, as well as the distance from the Archon's oversight to try ever more dangerous fields of study. As with ANR in Ferelden, the laboratories of Orlais were set upon by the followers of Andraste during the uprising, and little remains of them now, save crumbled stone. What's going on over here? I thought we had completed everything. Buddy, are you bugged?
Inquisitor.
Report, Captain. What's the situation in the western approach?
We're all breathing a little easier with that dragon gone. I wouldn't want to be up on the ramparts when a monster like her appeared, that's for sure.
Report. What's the situation in the Warden's fortress?
Bandits moved in. Worse than quillbacks, if you ask me. They're holed up in there, and using it as a base to strike at our supply caravans. Blasted scavengers.
Carry on, Captain.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Well, shoot. It seems that we are not completely done yet. Oh well, this shouldn't take too long. The Grey Wardens. They've always been present in the game and the lore since the first game. Even though, honestly, I think they should have taken a break from their storyline in the second game. There's no reason why it should have repeated some of the plot elements in that one. And I'm not talking about the beginning of the game where you run away from the Darkspawn. I'm thinking maybe towards around the middle to like late half of the game. I won't give any spoilers. I'll just say it has to do with someone very close to Hawk's family. Now, what are you guys doing here? All the places to make your base, and you chose this area? Well, I feel kind of sorry for them. And there was another camp over there. How's it going, Kaylin? How are you doing on this Friday evening? Okay. We have done everything once more. Let's head back to Skyhold and figure out what's going on with the next quest. And I think it's here that the main story mission officially begins. The previous couple missions were a way to set up everything. Very similar to the other story mission in, what was it, in Hush Whispers? In that kind of light.
They're looking at assault options now in the war room.
Thanks for coming.
You did well, Varric. The Inquisitor is just who we need.
Oh, it's been great. Murderous Wardens, archdemon attacks, plenty of blood mages and crazy Templars. Just like home.
I know how much you hated leaving Kirkwall.
This is the ass end of Thedas. You know they eat snails here? Still, I think I need to finish this out. If it weren't for me and Bartrand, none of this would have happened. So much for changing our lives.
That's what happens when you try to change things. Things change. You can't always control how.
The French and their snails. Of all the things to eat. But yeah, as I was saying, in that kind of light, there isn't much difference here between the next game and this one. They just stripped out the open world elements. The main story missions are always tied to missions that you have to go through rather than exploring the world and uncovering the main story quests.
I tracked the Wardens to Adamant Fortress, Inquisitor. Your specialists have my full report.
It's hard to believe that we played through hours and hours worth of gameplay as Hawk. But now he's entirely separate from us. Or at least I did anyway. If they ever brought the first two games to current gen consoles, I'd love to play through those again as well. Who knows if it'll ever happen. Before we begin, there was a bit of a fight at the mine with bandits, apparently, and not even Darkspawn. I'm pleased to report that the Darkspawn were cut down with relative ease. We've set up an outpost and recruited locals to begin mining the gold once again. Indeed, I'm told they're more than happy to do so, now that they're being protected. We found some useful equipment in the bandit cache, and any efforts to gather coin at Skyhold will now be much easier. Thanks for that, Cullen. Alright, now we can truly begin Here Lies the Abyss. You'd think that just exploring the western approach and Crestwood, we just go down the quest line automatically, but no. There comes to a point where you have to choose this quest as a mission in order to proceed with the story. Adamant Fortress has withstood countless Darkspawn attacks without falling. The Grey Wardens defending its walls are legendary warriors. To prevent Warden Commander Clarel from raising an army of demons, Inquisition forces will need siege engines powerful enough to breach Adamant's defenses. I gotta laugh here though. The recommended levels are 12 to 15. You should have done this like way early in the game. Let me have a look over here. Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. An assassin is stalking the Empress. Celine's death would plunge Orlais into chaos, leaving it an easy target for Corypheus. At the Winter Palace of Helam Sharal, Celine is holding peace talks with her rebellious cousin Grand Duke Gaspard under the guise of a grand ball. Every noble in the Empire will attend, making it the perfect place and time for Corypheus's assassin to strike. We can arrange an invitation to attend to keep him from destroying Orlais if we hurry. This is a split. You have a choice of taking either Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts or Here Lies the Abyss. Unlike the last two missions, there's no split path. Whereas over here we never got to do Champions of the Just. We only completed... Where's that other one? Oh, it doesn't even show up anymore. Yeah. We completed in Hush Whispers, but we didn't get the option to do the second one. You have to make a hard choice between those two. Whereas over here, you're going to do both. But it's up to you to pick and choose which one you want. For me, taking Here Lies the Abyss is better, because the next mission that takes place after you do these two will flow better once you've done Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. Otherwise, you'll come to a standstill with the current story after Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts, and then you'll have to pursue the Wardens over here. Pick whichever order you want, but this is mine.
Adamant Fortress has stood against the Darkspawn since the time of the Second Blight.
Fortunately for us, that means it was built before the age of modern siege equipment. A good trebuchet will do major damage to those ancient walls. And thanks to our Lady Ambassador...
Lady Cyril of Jadar was pleased to lend the Inquisition her sappers. They've already delivered the trebuchets. That is the good news.
And the bad news?
Arimond called the ritual at the western approach a test. He may already be raising his army of demons in the fortress.
The Inquisition forces can breach the gate, but if the Wardens already have their demons...
I found records of Adamant's construction. There are choke points we can use to limit the field of battle.
That's good. We may not be able to defeat them outright. But if we cut off reinforcements, we can carve you a path to Warden Commander Clarel.
Taking this fortress is going to get a lot of good soldiers killed.
Our soldiers know the risks, Inquisitor, and they know what they're fighting for.
It'll be hard fought, no way around it. But we'll get that gate open.
It's also possible that some Wardens may be sympathetic to our cause. The warriors may be willing to listen to reason, though I doubt they will turn against Clarel directly. The mages, however, are slaves to Corypheus. They will fight to the death.
We've built the siege engines and readied our forces, Inquisitor. Give the word, and we march on Adamant.
Let me just make a backup save. You can never have one too many. Now let's begin. And here we go. We're gonna go with the tried and true. Adamant Fortress. Man, we are way too over leveled for this. I think in the base game the levels go as high as maybe 24.
Pull back! They're through! Alright, Inquisitor. You have your way in. Best make use of it. We'll keep the main host of demons occupied for as long as we can.
I'll be fine. Just keep the men safe.
We'll do what we have to, Inquisitor. Warden Loghain will guard your back. Hawk is with our soldiers on the battlements. He's assisting them until you arrive. There's too much resistance on the walls. Our men on the ladders can't get a foothold. If you can clear out the enemies on the battlements, we'll cover your advance.
Loghain, you're with us. Similar to Redcliffe, this is a one-time only area. Make sure to gather as many items and equipment as possible. We are not returning to this area any longer after the mission is over. So we gotta be kind of thorough. But yeah, it's because of this kind of structure that I don't really mind the mission-based structure in the sequel for Veilguard. They've just stripped out the open world elements, which I don't mind at all. As long as they make it entertaining. I'm more than willing to play a more streamlined game. Whereas over here, we've been spending the last, 70 hours doing all sorts of nonsense? To some players, and including me, I don't find it to be the best use of my time. But since I love the game and the world and its structure so much, I'm willing to put up with it. Alright, inscription upon a trebuchet stone. In flowing formal script, all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one. An addendum underneath it, painted quickly and sloppily. Stick this in your taint, Blighty. Perhaps. We don't know exactly if the gameplay allows for exploration yet. If they trimmed away some of the fat, that's not a bad thing. Just as long as it's like not too much of it. How do we get in? It's not over here, is it? Because the first two games weren't even open world at all, but they still had like a number of things to do. You could still travel to regions and explore.
We will not be sacrificed for some insane ritual.
But it wasn't like to the point where you were just mindlessly looking for shards and things like that.
Can't you see? This is madness. No use. They're enslaved. I'm with you. Everyone, stay back.
We're fighting Warden against Warden, aren't we?
Keep your distance.
The Inquisition is here to stop Clarel, not to kill Wardens. If you fall back, you won't be harmed.
All right. My men will stay back. We want no part of this. Deal with Clarel as you must.
Well spoken. Forward to killing Wardens.
The second game is even more notorious for having bad exploration. You had very few areas to explore, but they were designed like as if they were Diablo maps. It wasn't exactly the most inviting option. I mean, you had a general sense of where you were, but the map layouts were always randomized. Unless they were plot specific. In which case the maps were always the same. Very few enemies here. Let me grab that, and... Where's all the fighting? Where are all the armies? It seems kind of empty, even though there's like sound effects going on everywhere. Alright, we gotta clear 3 siege points. Oh damn.
Clear the area around the ladder.
Yeah, don't yell at me. We'll get things done as we can.
We're clear. Let's get to the next one. You can press on ahead, Your Worship. We'll clear a path for the rest of our forces.
Perhaps in that case it's maybe down to personal taste. Alright, we still have 2 more areas to uncover. I mean, the exploration bits in this game are fine. It's the quest structure that kind of lends itself to some of the complaints. Like, you know for sure there's this world-ending event, right? But it's not very world-ending if you can spend all this time, especially like 70 hours just wandering around. Plus, we don't even get to see much of the big baddie outside of like maybe 1 or 2 like story missions, as you guys will soon see. Oh no, we got even bigger demons over here. I think though if they tightened up the quest structure, it'll be a little bit more enjoyable. Yeah, same here. If one of the main complaints I have is that whenever you go into a new region, there's stuff to discover about the environment, but as for the people, outside of maybe your group of friends, you don't really interact with anyone. Which one should we pick?
Good work. Stay with my forces and see that they survive this.
I'll keep the demons off them as best I can.
Alright, we just helped out Hawk. I didn't even realize he was right there. Do the mages seem different to you? Ever since they began summoning those demons, they don't talk to the rest of us. Have you picked for one of the... Have you picked one... Oh man, this is written kind of strange. Have you picked for one of the secret assignments yet? I can't imagine what they need us for if the mages can summon demons, but Jenner and Kemet disappeared last week right after the ritual started. And nobody knows where they've gone. Stay ready. I'm not sure it's safe to talk anymore. It'll be alright. I can't really zoom up and out of this map. Makes it kind of hard to check if we've gone around and seen everything. Now, outside of our agents, has there been anyone that's been particularly memorable? Like someone who stands out in your mind that's not an agent? For me, I can't seem to nail any names down. And I want RPGs with characters that you can actually name and remember. Where the heck is the other... No, that's not over here. Where the heck is the next group? There should be another group of Wardens that we can help out. Maybe it's over here. Aha, there they are. Goodbye, demon. They'll be fine. They worry too much. Oh wait, there's an amulet of power. To which character does this belong to? Oh, Blackwall. We've been looking for this one. Well, there you go. Take the time to explore everything here. A letter from Warden Commander Clarel, Magister Aramond. I am not an untutored apprentice. The Grey Warden mages who left the circle just after their harrowing might take your explanations at face value. But I was an enchanter before I joined the Grey Wardens. That the sacrifices, the death, are necessary to bind the demons, I grant you. You know more of such things than I, and I make no judgment upon it. But the manner of my mages since binding the demons is still unsettling. They answer my questions readily, but the words are spoken by rote, and several of the non-mages have complained that their comrades seem cold and unfeeling since the ritual. Some of that is natural, I grant you. One cannot kill a brother and come away unchanged. But if there is more to this, I will have it from you. The Inquisition presses us to action. Continue the rituals. If we must destroy them before we venture into the deep roads, so be it. But do not lie to me, Aramond. I stand against the Blight, and no man, no Inquisitor, and no Magister will get in my way. Yeah, that will wait until after we finish this quest. It's not as if he's not OP already. He's just gonna get even better. Something that I can't wait to see. Yeah, this is really funny. In the base game, before all the DLC is accounted for, the maximum level cap is effectively 24. It rises to 27 after the DLC elements were added in. Oh yeah, he's only weak against magic. If he can just tank through that, he'll take over almost everything. I'm kind of debating replacing him with Cassandra. Cassandra, I feel, is more interesting as a character, but she just can't hold up when it comes to tanking. I'm sure there's a way to build her up so that she can handle enemies better. Alright, let's move on.
Wardens! We are betrayed by the very world we have sworn to protect.
The Inquisition is inside, Clarel. We have no time to stand on ceremony.
These men and women are giving their lives, Magister. That might mean little in Tevinter, but for the Wardens, it is a sacred duty. It has been many long years, my friend.
Too many, Clarel. If my sword arm can no longer serve the Wardens, then my blood will have to do.
It will.
Stop them! We must complete the ritual!
Clarel! If you complete that ritual, you're doing exactly what Aramond wants!
What? Fighting the Blight? Keeping the world safe from Darkspawn? Who wouldn't want that? And yes, the ritual requires blood sacrifice. Hate me for that if you must, but do not hate the Wardens for doing their duty!
We make the sacrifices no one else will. Our warriors die proudly for a world that will never thank them.
And then he takes your mage's minds for his real master, Corypheus.
Corypheus? But he's dead.
These people will say anything to shake your confidence, Clarel.
Bring it through!
Please! I have seen more than my share of blood magic. It is never worth the cost.
I betrayed the Wardens once and it cost me everything. Are you mad enough to think I'd do it again?
Be ready with the ritual, Clarel. This demon is truly worthy of your strength.
We have a couple options here. If we attack them, all Grey Wardens will be hostile. They're not going to help us. But if we go over here, if you bring Blackwall along with you, you can choose this option. I think if you've been sparing the Wardens along the pathway up here, you can choose this option as well. And if you take one of the Inquisition perks, I forget which one exactly this one is. I think it's the Noble History or something like that. You can pick this dialogue option. I wonder what this one does.
The Grey Wardens have a proud history. You stopped the Blight at the Silent Plains, at Starkhaven and Hunterfell, at Aisley and Denerim. This world owes you a debt it can never repay. I would not stand against you if I did not know you were being misused.
Clarel, we have come so far. You're the only one who can do this.
Perhaps we could test the truth of these charges to avoid more bloodshed.
Or perhaps I should bring in a more reliable ally. My master thought you might come here, Inquisitor. He sent me this to welcome you.
Neat dragon. But it's not quite time yet for us to fight that thing. Stop running away. Take the punishment like the man you are. Or demon you are. Now, where did everyone go? Oh, okay, never mind. I guess we do have to fight the dragon. Maybe. Maybe not. Hang on. More demons to take care of. Where did all of our help go? While we're busy over here, that dragon continues to rain down fire on us. Be very careful. Oh wait, there's nothing up here. If you're not cautious, that thing can hit you while you're roaming around. Never mind, I saw someone running over here. Don't mind me, I'm just looking for treasure. Oh crap. Even as you're running along here, it can still attack you. It's not exactly lightning. It has its own sort of power. Is there anything over here? Eventually, we'll learn what exactly it is that's giving that dragon its power. Please don't attack us.
You've destroyed the Grey Wardens.
You did that to yourself, you stupid bitch. All I did was dangle a little power before your eyes, and you couldn't wait to get your hands bloody. You could have served a new god.
I will never serve the Blight.
Oh, you thought the quest was over? Not quite.
Falling. Is this... Are we dead? No. This is the Fade. The Inquisitor opened a rift. We came through. And survived. I never thought I would ever find myself here physically. Look. The Black City. Almost close enough to touch.
This is incredible.
What spirit commands this place? I have never seen anywhere like it.
It's not how I remember the Fade, either. Perhaps it's because we're here, physically, instead of just dreaming. The stories say you walked out of the Fade at Haven. Was it like this?
I don't know. I still can't remember what happened the last time I did this.
Well, whatever happened at Haven, we can't assume we're safe now. That huge demon was right on the other side of that rift Eramond was using. And there could be others.
In the real world, the rift producing the demons was nearby in the main hall. Can we return to the world through that?
It sounds like our best option. There, let's go.
This is fascinating. It is not the area I would have chosen, of course. But to physically walk within the Fade.
Right. You like it here. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes, literally.
Solus, you're the expert on this place. Anything helpful?
The Fade is shaped by intent and emotion. Remain focused, and it will lead you where you wish to go. The demon that controls this area is extremely powerful. Some variety of fear, I would guess. I suggest you remain wary of its manipulations, and prepare for what is certain to be a fascinating experience.
It certainly is. Alright. Unlike the earlier portion of the quest, there isn't so much action here. It's sort of like a puzzle. We have to figure out a way to get out of here. There's a supply cache if you still need potions. And also be on the lookout for a number of things. You can permanently increase some of your stats here. Oh, there is stuff to do here. We just have to find these puzzle things. A plea from the warrior to the spirits. The wolves were our allies in the old days before Andraste. Before the Maker, we knew this to be so, but man grew tired of the chase, the hunt, the truth of fang and steel and blood. Man put seeds in the ground, tended cattle and chickens, and built fences to keep the wolves away. Man bred hounds that would heel and sit and obey, and told himself that the hounds were just as good. Now the Darkspawn come again. They break our fences, kill our cattle and chickens, burn our crops. Our dogs cower with tails between their legs. Or if they fight, they fall to the poison of Darkspawn blood. We are dying, and I am shamed by my cowardice. The ways of man and hound are not enough. I come to you, spirits of the old forest. I who built fences, I who came with fire and steel to drive you away. I come to you because fear has made my arms weak. I ask you for unforgiving rage to make them strong again. Kill the hound in my heart, and grow strong from the meat on its bones. In its place, give me the wolf. Cool story, bro.
There must be something here.
The Pilgrim. I came to the Temple of Sacred Ashes with the faithful, ready to help at the conclave. I prayed to the Maker for peace, but the mountains shook and fell and buried me. Alone in the darkness, my legs crushed, I cried in fear of a world with no Maker, fading in and out of dreams of monsters inside the black. Light my final hours. Let me go to the Maker without the terrors of darkness confounding me.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
It's these things. We have to continue finding these items. And there we go. That gives a permanent increase to our magic stat. Just because you're here doesn't mean there's nothing to do. There's always something to do. And you're incentivized to do it. More candles in the distance. Maker, give me strength. When the Darkspawn came to Denerim, I wept so hard that I could not see. But still I fought for you. When demons poured from the sky where the Temple of Sacred Ashes used to stand, my hand shook so badly that I could not aim my bow. But still I fought for you. When Corypheus and his archdemon destroyed Haven and killed my friends, I screamed until I had no voice. But still I fought for you. They are sending me to attack Adamant. They say that the fortress is defended by an army of demons, and the odds are grim. We cannot win, but our distraction, our sacrifice, may give the important people the chance to do what is necessary. My stomach is knotted, and I see dead friends from old battles reaching out for me every time I close my eyes. I am so afraid, Maker, but still, I will fight for you. The Divine. As the ledge collapsed under the dragon's weight, the mark opened a rift, transporting the party into the Fade, the real Fade. This is no place for non-spirits. Escape as soon as possible. Well, you heard the writing, or you listened to the writing. We have to get out of here. This is no place for humans or elves. Now, what is that over there? There is another thing over there we can examine. And over here, I once studied the Fade as a scholar, dissecting it as a child might a rat or a frog. I was young and craved the power conquering the Fade could bring. I tried in vain to chart its path, and when that failed, I attempted to secure them. In my arrogance, I struggled against the Fade's very nature. How does one pin down a dream? How can one control a thought so that it might travel always the same course from conception to completion? Only when I let go of my desires and humbled myself was the Fade open to me. The spirits came and took it upon themselves to be my guides. My lanterns in the darkness, at their command, the paths grew still and I could walk them again and again. I was shown vast oceans containing not water but memories, drawn from the minds of dreamers. I drifted through frozen moments like paintings, perfect in each detail. As I explored this impossible realm, the spirits kept darker things at bay. I came to trust them, even love them, and I saw my own love reflected in them. To know the Fade, one cannot seek to master it. The Fade is the master, the teacher. We are merely apprentices. Now, would you believe that this isn't the first time we've been inside the Fade? In fact, this place is not even new. In the first 2 games, and also part of the expansion for the first game, you get to visit the Fade anyway. And it's always been like this. It's not quite the afterlife, but more the place where spirits reside. And technically it's also hell as well. If you notice that place up there, that is the Black City, also known as the origin of the Darkspawn. Or to put it in another light, that is the seat of the Maker, that is heaven. It kind of depends on how willing you're how willing you're able to look at both sides. Now, is there anything else we can uncover here? I think there are at least 2 ability points, or not ability points, but stat points that you can uncover. And they'll add permanently to your character build. Actually, let me just look up a quick guide to confirm I picked up everything. This quest is what? Here Lies the Abyss. Okay, so the Fade. Alright, go to the table over here for that magic point. And the hell. Oh yeah, the Allovian. Once you've done all that, let's go to the next part. This is like one of the few times where we can have up to like 6 characters with us in one party.
Impossible.
I greet you, Warden. And you, Champion. Divine Justinia.
It's the Pope. She's still alive.
From the little I remember of what happened at Haven, I thought you were dead.
It can't be the Divine. It's most likely a demon.
You think my survival impossible, yet here you stand alive in the Fade yourselves. In truth, proving my existence either way would require time we do not have.
Surely you can understand our concerns and explain what you are.
I am here to help you. You do not remember what happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes, Inquisitor. The real Divine would have no way of knowing that I've been made Inquisitor. I know, because I have examined memories like yours, stolen by the demon that serves Corypheus. It is the nightmare you forget upon waking. It feeds off memories of fear and darkness, growing fat upon the terror. The false calling that terrified the Wardens into making such grave mistakes? Its work.
Then perhaps I owe this nightmare a visit.
You will have your chance, brave Warden. This place of darkness is its lair. Corypheus seems to have a lot of demons at his disposal. How does he command so many?
I know not how he commands his army of demons. His power may come from the Blight itself, but the Nightmare serves willingly. For Corypheus has brought much terror to this world. He was one of the Magisters who unleashed the first Blight upon the world, was he not? Every child's cry as the Archdemon circles. Every dwarf's whimper in the deep roads. The Nightmare has fed well.
Can you help us get out of the Fade?
That is why I found you. When you entered the Fade at Heaven, the demon took a part of you. Before you do anything else, you must recover it. These are your memories, Inquisitor.
Yeah, I don't know if my memories would ever attack me, but let's get to it. I think my nightmares would attack me. Maybe even my fears.
What's going on here?
Why are you doing this? You, of all people! We only have a short time. Ask what you must.
Oh, we got plenty of time. Don't worry about that.
So can you tell me what you are?
I told you. I am helping you.
Yes, but are you her, or some kind of Fade remnant of her, or a spirit imitating her?
Our world is never that simple. What if the answer is none of those things? Or all of them? I am what the Maker made me. The question is, are you what the Maker made you, Inquisitor?
I was meant to become the Inquisitor.
But what is the Inquisitor? And how will she change the world? You believe in your purpose, and that is good. That is your power.
You still haven't answered my question. What are you?
I am what you see. All other answers rest in you.
So all of this is just a dream? Part of the Fade?
It is not just a dream. The minds of mankind are made real here. Their hopes, their loves, and their fears. What changes their world also changes this one. And yours are footsteps that move mountains in both. Tread carefully, Inquisitor. This ground is more treacherous than you know.
Tell me why you're here. Why take part in this?
After Heaven, I hid here. I watched quietly, learned what I could, and searched for some way to help. And then you came.
I don't know what that means.
Corypheus and the Nightmare do an injustice to the world. You must stop them. Perhaps you were meant to stop them. Perhaps that is why I am here.
You must know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
As must you. The answer lies in your memories, lost to the Nightmare when you last walked the Fade.
Or you could just tell me.
Would you trust my words? Trust what you have seen.
I see a lot of things and none of them are good. So please tell us.
I'd like to know more about the Nightmare.
It is not simply fear. It is the terror you cannot remember, the horror your mind erases to protect you. When old memories no longer make the veteran soldier's hand tremble, it is because the Nightmare has taken them. Most people avoid their fears. It is simple for the demon to steal the darkest fragments. They forget, and it feeds. Corypheus has helped let it grow monstrous.
It makes people forget the worst parts of their fears? It almost sounds like the nightmare is helping people.
Perhaps it was, once. But now, it helps none but Corypheus. By his hand, it creates more fear and grows even stronger. In any case, robbing people of their fears is never a kindness. At best, it is a mistake born of compassion. Without fear, and pain, and failure, we cannot learn. We cannot grow, as you cannot grow until you recover all that was taken from you.
What can you tell me about this mark on my hand?
Recover your memories to learn how the mark came to be upon your hand. As for what it is the needle that pulls the thread, as well as the key.
I don't understand.
It is the needle that passes through the veil, as little else can. You are the thread, and it is the key that locks or unlocks a door to the Fade. It lets you walk in the Fade physically, and survive. Without it, Corypheus must find another way to the Black City. It is part of you now, and cannot be removed without your death.
We should keep moving.
Well, thanks for the answers, Pope Ghost. Also, that Black City is like right over there. It's so close and yet so far.
Run where you can! Warn them! Why are you doing this? You, of all people!
Keep the sacrifice still.
Someone, help me! What's going on here?
So Andraste didn't bestow her mark upon you, it came from the orb Corypheus used in his ritual.
Corypheus intended to rip open the veil, use the anchor to enter the Fade, and throw open the doors of the Black City. Not for the old gods, but for himself. When you disrupted his plan, the orb bestowed the anchor upon you instead.
I never thought Andraste did this. I did this myself, through my actions. No maker required.
And now you may be certain. You cannot escape the lair of the nightmare until you regain all that it took from you. You have recovered some of yourself, but now it knows you are here. You must make haste. I will prepare the way ahead.
Is there a problem, Hawk?
Those were Grey Wardens holding the Divine in that vision. Their actions led to her death.
Corypheus had clearly taken the Warden's minds. You yourself have seen them do this. In any case, we can deal with that after we escape.
Oh, I intend to.
I've never met the Divine. You think that was really her?
We have survived in the Fade physically. Perhaps she did as well. Or, if it is a spirit that identifies so strongly with Justinia, that it believes it is her, how can we say it is not?
If she's a spirit or a demon, she wishes to help us. For the moment, at least.
And the nightmare? From what she said, I don't look forward to meeting it. Sounds like it preys on fear, stealing people's memories. That's low, even for a demon.
Fear is a very old, very strong feeling. It predates love, pride, compassion, every emotion. Save perhaps desire. Be wary. A nightmare will do anything in its power to weaken our resolve.
After its corruption of the Wardens, I'll see it pay.
Thanks for the insight, Lady Pope. Or Ghost Pope, I should say. Turns out everything that's been happening wasn't because of some prophecy or because of Lady Jesus or something. It was entirely because of our own actions. Moving on. Son, by the time you read this, the Darkspawn poison will have claimed me. We gave all at Starkhaven, and we bought time for the Wardens to slay the Archdemon. But when I smelled the corruption in my wound, I knew I would not live to see you again. Pyrrhus will want men to search the battlefield. He sees Starkhaven as rising to greatness, and the weapons of 100 dead Grey Wardens lying unclaimed on the ground will help him conquer the free marches. You must refuse. The battlefield is soaked in poison, and no speech, no bullying, no taunts about cowardice can change that. Anything that roams that battlefield now will die. Stall him however you must, and watch for the crows. Those birds have the good sense to fear the blight. When you see them gather, then you will know that the poison is gone, and it is safe to search the battlefield for trinkets to satisfy Pyrrhus. I will not be here to guide you, son, so you must learn from the crows. They watch patiently and they let their fear keep them alive. Please, I beg you, watch the crows and do the same. Signed, Sora. No idea who Sora is. But you can ask for no better guide than the crows.
Ah, we have a visitor. Some silly little girl comes to steal the fear I kindly lifted from her shoulders. You should have thanked me and left your fear where it lay, forgotten. You think the pain will make you stronger. What fool filled your mind with such drivel? The only one who grows stronger from your fears is me. But you are a guest here in my home, so by all means let me return what you have forgotten.
And the voice actor here has a buttery smooth voice.
I expected worse.
These are but minor servants of a nightmare.
Pity.
Who is over here? The Freeholder. I watched the blight take my land. I had nowhere to go. I tended the fields as I had, even as my flock died and my family sickened. My body racked by pains and chills. I saw too late the poison that had crept into the land. In my fever dreams, the sickness covered this whole world, and I wept in fear for the family I killed with my foolish pride. Show me that this world survives. Show me that the poison does not take everything. Everything that we encounter here is full of unpleasant memories. And that's fair because this place is where people come when they dream. Yes, dreamers will wander this area. Alright, we got that. And we can now place the flowers back over here. That will give us a point to our constitution. I think there's supposed to be one more point for constitution somewhere or other here. Let me have a look. I'm trying to make sure we don't miss out on any of these skill points. Or, not skill points, stat points. Because this is a one-time area, we will not be able to return if we forget anything. Suppose there's nothing else to discover here. We have to keep an eye out for more alluvians. Let's have a look. Alright, not long after we move forward, there is this one. Grab that.
Watch out! I don't know what those are, but they're coming our way.
Remember in some of our sessions where I mentioned if you don't like spiders, you won't like a story segment in the future? This is it. This is where we're going to find more and more spiders. It starts off slow, but as we move on, there will be more and more of them.
What's that?
They think they own us, think they decide whether we live or die. They sit there smug in their armor, ready to cut off our heads for the slightest transgression, as though we don't strive every day to stay sane, to keep the demons away. They can't control us. Yeah, they can't control us any longer. I won't go back to the circle, not ever. I thought about it last night, being back in the tower. Their eyes on me, and all of it came back. All the years, head down. Don't clutch your fingers. Be a good mage, be a quiet mage. And I realized I don't want to make peace with the Templars. I want them to burn. Wanted so badly that the bed caught fire and wouldn't go out until Yvonne iced it all over. It's still there inside me. I want them to feel the fear they made me feel. I want them to know what it's like. We're leaving for the Conclave in a few hours. If those bastards so much as blink the wrong way, I'll let them see what an apostate looks like. His anger got the best of him. And so he became possessed by a demon. There's more to see over here. But hang on, what's up here?
Perhaps I should be afraid, facing the most powerful members of the Inquisition. Like Blackwall. There's nothing like a Grey Warden, and you are nothing like a Grey Warden.
I'll show you a Warden's strength, beast.
Oh no. Well, hang on. We have Mark of the Fade, or Mark of the Rift. It's still useful here.
Once again, Hawk is in danger because of you, Varric. You found the Red Lyrium. You brought Hawk here.
Just keep talking, Smiley.
Grab this Illuvian. Alright. After that, we can continue in the other direction. Just because this place seems kind of linear doesn't mean it's not without secrets. You don't want to push forward just because. Otherwise, you'll miss out on some of the best rewards in the game. Armor and equipment, who needs that? Powering up your character with stat points.
Mabanal inasalin, Marsolas ina Martin.
Bonal Nadas.
He must have made some kind of threat. Alright, after having grabbed that, we can now continue. Yeah, it's a bit more linear than what's been presented in the rest of the other areas in the game. I went to Tevinter when I was a child. I remember dragon statues everywhere, big ones. I shivered as I walked between them, afraid they were going to bite me or breathe fire. My parents hushed me and told the magisters liked the dragons as a sign of their power. Dragons are beasts, mindless and terrible. The archdemon that comes with each blight is an offense to the Maker. We know all these things, but the magisters don't care. And it's the same with the mages. So much danger, so much power in hands not ready for it. And the mages only wish to celebrate themselves. The magisters are what the mages of Ferelden and Orlais want to be. Our rulers, holding us in terror so that we may wonder if they will bite us as we walk by them. I joined the Templars to keep such mages under control. I have killed many since the rebellion we all saw coming. Now the Divine wishes us to meet them at the Conclave and give them a chance to make peace. I will go. I will smile. But if the dragon statue looks ready to bite, I will strike first. I am not a child, and I will not be afraid. So much hate from both points of view.
Did you think you mattered? Did you think anything you ever did mattered? You couldn't even save your city. How could you expect to strike down a god? Isabella is going to die.
Those were little fiends. Tiny manifestations spawned from the nightmare itself.
And they take the form of spiders. Something so many fear.
Spiders? That is not what I saw.
Remember, we walk in the Fade. Demons of fear shape their appearance to unnerve each of us.
Wonderful.
What exactly do they see? In an elegant script, you are too young to worry so, my child. Write your worries down here. All your fears are smaller once you have defined them. And listed in a child's shaky hand. What if Darkspawn come back? Father said one day he'll die. Darkspawn underground. Darkspawn under our house. Darkspawn coming up from basement. The sun will die. Black bits on bread could be blight. Getting sick and dying from blight. Grey Wardens coming to make Father go back. Father dying fighting Darkspawn. Dark patch on Father's arm that he hides from Mother. Father says he hears music. Creepy.
The nightmare is closer now. It knows you seek escape. With each moment, it grows stronger. There is not much time, Inquisitor.
We should keep moving.
Unfortunate. I would like to continue speaking with her. Lunette, the breach is sealed and the war between the Templars and the Mages is finally over. All our fear and terror is finally ending as order returns to this world. I wish you could see the people celebrating at Haven. It is everything you would have wanted when you left for the Conclave. I'll make your sacrifice a worthy one. What we do here with this fledgling Inquisition will shape all of Thedas. I will make you proud. Your flame will burn forever as a beacon of hope. Something is happening. The ground is shaking and the soldiers are running to the gates. Rest well at the Maker's side, my daughter. I will sing your memory again soon. How's it going, Mr. Critical? Thanks for dropping in. We are continuing our run through the next story mission, and we're about halfway done. Before grabbing the memories, the Grey Warden. I joined the Wardens to serve in glory. No blade could touch me, nor any claw pierce my armor. Still, I was fated by joining to die. Alone in the deep roads, the calling in my mind. I sat by the last campfire I would see, allowing myself one last night of terror, and cursed the fate that brought me here. Let it be my choice to have served and died. Let it be nobility rather than the dread hand of fate. Destroy my destiny, and let this be my decision. Oh, cool. How are you enjoying that game? It's a good thing you were able to dodge the early access drama. Especially with the whole save memory file bug. A letter in a child's simple writing. The door is open. Mother said to run. She said the Darkspawn were coming. She wanted me to go. The door is open. It was closed when I left. She said she would be right behind me. She said not to come back no matter what. The lamps are lit all over the village, even during the day, to see through the smoke. Mother should be here by now, but the door is open. I'm going to look inside. Well, there's your first problem. You shouldn't have looked. Hang on. Let me see if there's any more stuff we can collect here. No, there's nothing more to see here.
The demons!
What about the demons? Also, word of warning. I may or may not have to get off in a little while. I might just have to split our playthrough of this story mission in half. It's unfortunate. But what can you do?
It's the breach back in Haven. That's how I escaped. It was you. They thought it was Andraste sending me from the Fade, but it was the Divine behind me. And then she died.
Yes.
We've been following a demon, then.
I think we all knew that was the case, Warden.
I am sorry if I disappoint you.
Are you a memory of the Divine? A reflection?
If that is the story you wish to tell, it is not a bad one.
What we do know is that the mortal divine perished at the temple, thanks to the Grey Wardens.
Corypheus controlled them. We've discussed this already. This spirit has no further revelations. We should work on getting back to Adamant alive.
Yes, Adamant, where the Inquisition faces an army of demons raised by the Wardens.
I see. Atrocities are your purview alone. You tore Kirkwall apart and started the Mage Rebellion.
To protect innocent mages, not madmen drunk on blood magic. Even without the influence of Corypheus, the Wardens go too far. They need to be checked.
Agreed. The Wardens may once have served a greater good, but they are far too dangerous now.
What are you saying? You want to get rid of the Wardens? Everyone makes mistakes. They would have died to save us.
I don't know what to tell you. There are a few good ones, but an awful lot of the Wardens I've known went crazy.
This debate can wait until we're out of danger.
Inquisitor.
The nightmare has found us.
Form up. I'm with you.
Yeah, it found us, and guess what happens? She just says, have fun, I'm a dip.
Real or not, the divine is the key to escaping from the Fade.
Man, it feels kind of strange because the Grey Wardens were set up to be like the ultimate good in the first game, and now everyone's piling up on them. It goes to show you how little understood they are. And I guess even in the first game, not everyone felt the same way. They were all pretty much just dead set against allying with them too. Even though they did the hard work and killed the archdemon. That's cool, Mr. Critical. Glad to hear you're enjoying it.
Logan McTeer, the brilliant commander. Pity the one time you tried to rule, you failed so miserably. You had to be beaten, humiliated, lest you destroy your own country. You even doomed the Wardens by bringing the Inquisitor down on them. You destroy everything you touch.
What you've got? It's nothing I've not said to myself.
Yeah, Logan did all that. Let's take that tarot card and come back over here. And we'll improve our strength. We have to take care of that. We're not skipping out on anything. Like that Illuvian over there. Give me more willpower. Got to be very, very thorough. There are words written in red lyrium. We are here. We have waited. We have slept. We are sundered. We are crippled. We are polluted. We endure. We wait. We have found the dreams again. We will awaken. Who is this we? No one truly knows. It's a mystery.
Do you think you can fight me? I am your every fear come to life. I am the veiled hand of Corypheus himself. The demon army you fear, I command it. They are bound all through me.
Ah, so if we banish you, we banish the demons. Thank you. Every fear come to life.
Someone sounds frustrated. That opens up the gate for something new. We have two paths to take. We'll explore both of them. There's this option up here. More red lyrium. I'm liking the color contrast though. Despite the greens and browns and blacks, the color red suggests even more death and destruction and blood amidst the decay. There's something around here. Oh hey, a stuffed animal. Grab the animal, take it over here. The child. Haven is burned. Mama cries when I'm not looking. It's cold in the mountains, and my feet hurt, but Mama says to hush. That others have it worse. She says a monster named Corypheus came to Haven, and it was only the Maker's blessing that let us escape. I don't feel blessed. The monsters come every night when I sleep, and I don't want to wake Mama crying again. I miss Sir Snort. Sir Snort. Sir Snort always kept the monsters away in my dreams. Almost done there. We have but one more left to find. Now's a good time to turn back before we move too far over here. I think I'll name my next pig in Stardew Valley Snort. After all, that's what nugs are supposed to be. Pig rabbits. Also, don't mind the stuttering in this game.
I guess things just float whenever they feel like it here. Wonder what's up there.
It is simple to say that the laws of nature do not apply in the Fade, but while traveling in the Fade is often confusing for mages, it is rarely so chaotic as to defy description. In fact, while the placement of items may seem random, those items usually operate as we would expect them to in the real world. A book opens to show pages, although the pages may be blank or lined with gibberish. A pen and ink will let a user write, though the pen may write on its own, and the ink will never runs dry. Those items that float usually hover at the relative height where they would have sat had the objects meant to support them existed. Candles suspended in the air as though held by a phantom candlestick, for example. Why are the laws of the Maker bent but not fully broken? Why does a book not turn into a dragon, or a statue explode into countless shards of energy? The answer, I believe, lies in the fact that the items we see in the Fade were most often made by the hands of men. A statue is a created thing. The mortal hands that shaped it gave it purpose, and it knows what it is meant to do. The objects that strain against the laws of nature are ironically those that are more natural themselves. Great stones, for example, hang in the sky. No hand has ever touched them. No mortal mind shaped them to purpose. I suspect, though we may never know, that if dwarves dreamt and shaped the Fade with their own perceptions, the rocks would not float. They'd obviously melt, right?
Maybe it's best we never find out.
I love how Varric is concerned too about that. Come here, bro. This place gets even more eerie by the second.
Hard to outrun anything in this swamp.
And yet, what is over here? I don't think it's possible for you to swim away. Oh yeah, these rocks are just floating. No reason given as to why. Papers. I found myself on a plateau of swirling smoke and mist. I could not see my feet, or perhaps I had no feet in that place. Each step was treacherous. I had to believe there was a ground. If I didn't, there wouldn't be, and I would fall into nothingness. I was protected only by my will and my magic. The demon they made me face took the shape of a great cat. As we battled, it spoke in my mind. It told me that I would eventually stumble, and then it would pounce. The demon talked to me of the Templars beyond the veil, standing over my paralyzed body, their swords pointed at my heart, waiting for the moment of my failure. All it would take was a splinter of fear, a seed of doubt, and I would be unmade. The demon would devour my mind, and the Templars would destroy what was left of me. This was my harrowing. They force this upon all mages and call it good. But it is neither good nor right. It is evil and unjust. A harrowing is when they force a mage to go into the Fade, this place, and face off against their inner fears. If they get possessed, they will be killed or made tranquil. But if they pass, well, guess what? They become full-fledged mages. When the Darkspawn were new, when the Templars, when the Magisters had just brought them to our world with their sin, I was among the first to call myself a Grey Warden and swear to end the blight that threatened our world. We had seen the Archdemon die from mortal blows, only to rise again from the body of one of its servants. It could not die. I searched in vain for some way to kill the beast and save my world. I slept in fear, with no solution, knowing only that the blight the Magisters had brought would destroy everything because I could not save it. Show me what must be done to slay the Archdemon. Show me what I need to save my world. Archdemons cannot be killed just because you damage their body. It takes a certain individual as well as a ritual in order to ensure that they can kill, well, Grey Wardens can kill those archdemons. How lovely. There are graves for everyone. Blackwall himself. Oh wait, never mind. Here's where we can find out everyone's fear. Iron Bull fears becoming mad, or he fears a madness. Varric fears becoming his parents. Blackwall fears himself. Cole fears despair. Solus fears dying alone. Sarah fears the nothing. Dorian temptation. Cassandra helplessness. Where are the others? Where's Leliana? Vivian fears irrelevance. Where the heck is... Yeah, where's Cullen and... Cullen and Josephine are not here. Or they might be, but the game's kind of bugging out. A vial of Darkspawn blood. This ought to be the last point that we can earn. And I thought I saw an alluvian somewhere back over here. It's all the way down over there. Perhaps. Cullen, Leliana, Josephine. I'm gonna have to take another look over there. That's likely the last Illuvian that we can claim. Oh, but wait, there's more. Cole, Blackwall, Varric, Vivian, Iron Bull, Dorian, Sarah, Solus, Cole, and... Am I missing someone here? No. I think that should be everyone. The only characters that don't show up are the advisors. Let me go up the other side, grab the side quest, and then we'll head back down and go towards the main story point. But before I do, let me just double check here. Well, I don't see much more. Let's head along the top first. We're almost done. We just have to push through just a little bit more. No, I don't think there were any that were canceled. But I suppose we could probably take a look at some of the developmental material. Maybe there were. Look upon the Temple of Dumat, God of Silence, who speaks to the faithful in dreams. No words of desire may sway his will. No cry of valor may stand against him. For his silence conquers all, and his secrets are shared only with the worthy. Look upon the Temple of Dumat and fear him. I'm looking. I don't know exactly what we're supposed to fear. Dumat is also the first archdemon, the first old god. I like how in this game that nothing ever really begins. We're placed like halfway through the actual story. Like this world has already existed for some time. And yet our characters are just people that exist. Our Inquisitor, our Grey Warden, can be literally anyone. And in that sense, I think that's good. If you truly want to make a character your own, they have to be literally anyone. Otherwise, would you feel the same kind of ownership if they weren't? That's sort of the reason why the second game wasn't as well regarded in terms of the main character. Hawk isn't exactly literally anyone. He has a pretty well-defined history, or she. I mean, sure, you can pick and choose the individual events. But I don't think the writers ever truly overcame the fact that he is his own person. He or she, I mean. It's not just merely a stand-in for you. Not in the same way that the Warden or even the Inquisitor is. Okay, so that's how you get down here. You can either take that path or you can take this path. Gotcha. The Pope is now almost like an angel. Well, almost.
Get through the rift, Inquisitor. Get through, and then slam it closed with all your strength. That will banish the army of demons and exile this cursed creature to the farthest reaches of the Fate.
Yeah, one sec. Grab this thing over here. And I think that's about it. After we move on to the next point, we're gonna fight the boss of this section. Let's make sure we down enough potions before taking this.
The rift! We're almost there.
Great, Hawk. Why not just dare the old gods to try and stop you?
See that thing over there? That giant and massive looking thing? Well, I hope you managed to collect all of the side collectibles and even finish that thing over there. Once you head into the next battle, there is no returning. Meaning if you missed out on any of the alluvians, those are good as gone. They're good as gone, you won't be able to get them, and you won't get the extra stat points. Not that it truly matters for me because, well, we've been using those amulets of power. But if you're playing on Nightmare mode and you aren't using that cheat, well, take every advantage you can get. You will need it.
If you would, please tell Liliana. I am sorry. I fell for you too.
I mean, technically, this is the boss.
You are nothing.
But we've been killing enough dragons to know this thing won't stand any chance.
You cannot stand against me.
However, you still want to stay away from the little spiderlings.
You will die in agony.
It's going to keep spawning in extra demons.
I grow fat on your fear.
I mean, it really is fat. He's not kidding. It's not quite dead yet. Where the heck is it?
I'll cover you. No, you were right. The Wardens made this mistake. A Warden must...
A Warden must help them rebuild. That's your job. Corypheus is mine.
On the one hand, Hawk will likely die to cover our escape. On the other hand, we can sacrifice Loghain. Do we sacrifice the main playable character of Dragon Age 2? Or do we sacrifice the villain of Dragon Age Origins? If you don't have Loghain here and you have some other random person, I would say sacrifice Hawk. It's a bit more meaningful. But with Loghain here, the answer is kind of clear to me. Goodbye, Loghain.
Loghain.
Fight well. You will not die while I draw breath.
For the Warden!
I think it's even more tragic if you sacrifice Hawk. Varric wouldn't be very happy with you, though.
She was right. Without the nightmare to control them, the mages are free. And Corypheus loses his demon army. Though as far as they're all concerned, the Inquisitor broke the spell with the blessing of the Maker.
Once they understand what really happened...
Honestly, after all the death they've seen, perhaps it would be better to let them believe the legend.
Inquisitor, the Archdemon flew off as soon as you disappeared. The Venatori Magister is unconscious but alive. Cullen thought you might wish to deal with him yourself. As for the Wardens, those who weren't corrupted helped us fight the demons.
We stand ready to help make up for Clarel's tragic mistake. Where is Loghain?
Warden Loghain died, striking a blow against a servant of the Blight. We will honor his sacrifice, and remember how he exemplified the ideals of the Grey Wardens. Even as Corypheus and his servants tried to destroy you all from within.
Inquisitor, we have no one left of any significant rank. What do we do now?
You can choose to banish them, but you don't get to keep them as an ally. Why would you ever do that? They can help us. We need all the help we can get. I don't know why this is an option, but yeah, let's choose a good option.
You stay and do whatever you can to help. Loghain died for the ideals of the Wardens. In war, victory. And we are still at war. Do you believe the Wardens can still help?
I do, your worship.
You're still vulnerable to Corypheus, and possibly his Venatori. But there are plenty of demons that need killing.
While they do that, I'll inform the Wardens at Weishaupt what's happened. Best they not get caught off guard.
Thank you, your worship. We will not fail you.
Good luck, Inquisitor. It's been an honor. And take care of Varric for me.
Dude, Varric was just standing right there. You could have told him yourself. He's not very bright. Maybe it would have been best if we left him back there.
Hawk sent me one final report. He's on his way to Weishaupt. As for the Grey Wardens, they are fighting demons and Red Templars while staying clear of Venatori. You dealt Corypheus a significant blow, Inquisitor.
The Grey Wardens carry respect in other nations. If we spread word that the Inquisition has their support...
We may gain standing with nations that have suffered under the Blight. I will take the matter to Josephine. You took an army from Corypheus, but that will matter little if Orlais falls into chaos. All arrangements have been made for the ball in Halam Shiral. Let us know when you are ready to proceed.
Remind me what we know about the plot against Selene.
The Venatori are planning some kind of attack on the Imperial Court. Corypheus may even be fueling the conflict between the Empress and her cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard. If we warn Selene, she may prove a most valuable ally against Corypheus.
We will go there later.
I'll go as soon as I am able.
Good. Cullen, Josephine, and I will discuss the best way to gain an audience with the Empress. Speak with us when you are ready. What was she like? Divine Justinia, or her soul, or the spirit that took her form. I read your report. I know it isn't clear, but...
She seemed calm, serene even, and she guided us the whole way through.
That does sound like her.
She did ask me to tell you something, though. She said, "I'm sorry. I failed you too."
Oh. I should finish this before it slips my mind. Perhaps later we might discuss the matter further. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Next time when we come back, we will tackle the next story mission.
Here is the request Solus made. Very well. A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
What is our request? Oh, there is a research operation. Alright, tell you guys what. We're gonna end our session here. Yeah, after we die. Yeah, we're gonna end our session here. Well, when we come back next time, we will tackle the next story mission. And before I get to that, we'll spend some time getting to know our characters a little bit more. I think we have some new dialogue options now. Plus, we can also do some more judgment things over here on the throne. Well, if you're currently watching this on YouTube, please like the video. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Let me know what you guys think of all the story developments here. Did you think it was the right decision to leave Logain back there, or should we have sacrificed Hawk? It's kind of dumb to me because the game assumes that you didn't bring Varric. Because Hawk just left, like, right after. And off to the right, Varric was just standing right there looking all confused like, "Hey dude, I'm your best friend. Aren't you gonna say something?" And on the flip side, if you decide to leave Hawk, when you return to Skyhold, and if you have Varric in your party, he's not gonna realize that we left Hawk behind. He's gonna ask where his best friend went, even though he was fighting with us the entire time. It's a little dumb, I know. But personally, I feel that if we had left Hawk behind, would have worked better thematically as he handed the torch to the new main character, even though he's the one that has to stay behind and possibly die. But I have heard that for the next sequel, any characters that didn't explicitly die on screen, they do have a chance of appearing in the next game, which it's kind of iffy whether or not Hawk died in his cutscene. Maybe later we'll replay that segment and show you guys what exactly happened with Hawk. But our own playthrough here, we have him survive anyway. Alright, so share this video out wherever you guys can, and also subscribe to our channel. If you have missed out on any of our previous play sessions, make sure to check out our playlist, or if you want to see more content from our channel, go check out those videos as well. If you're over on Twitter, follow us at twitter.com/LunarlightGames. Over there you'll find deals, discounts, as well as news stories about the gaming world, as well as the odd giveaway we run from time to time. Check out the pinned post for more information, or hit up our hashtag LunarlightVault. If you'd like to help sponsor the channel, you can do so by dropping a tip at our tip jar. That is paypal.me/LunarlightGames. But if not, don't worry about it. You guys can still support our efforts simply by just watching our content. Don't forget to follow us at our backup channel at twitch.tv/LunarlightGames, and hit the notification bell across every platform that we have to get updates as soon as they're made available, or to catch whenever we go live. That's going to be all for tonight. We will continue the adventure tomorrow. Have fun, have a great weekend, and we will see you guys again very soon.